Yo, peace. MC Till here talking about beats. And today I wanted to highlight Statik Selektah and a couple beats he did on these projects. This is Termanology and Paul Wall with their album Start to Finish. And then their follow-up here, Start, Finish, Repeat. Just a couple beats I wanted to highlight and talk about. First, on Start, Finish, Repeat, the last song on here is called Step Outside. And I'm really feeling the beat on this song. First of all, the vibe is just really cool. It has just a really cool feel to it. And then he has this technique. I don't know if he meant to do this or not, but he has this thing in the beat where it's like every time like the one comes in, it's like it doesn't pause, but it just has this feel to it where like you kind of want to nod your head and get into it. Sometimes I use a technique when I'm making beats that's similar where I'll take out the hi-hat on the one and like right after the one. To make it so that like there's almost like a little pause feel to it, and that pause feel oftentimes will invite the listener in to, you know, nod their head, dance to it a little bit. And he doesn't do it with the hi-hat, but the way he uses the instrumentation on top of the drums, it kind of has that same feeling. And I love the drums. It's got like this open hi-hat, and just like I said, it's just a really cool vibe. So definitely my favorite beat on that album, Step Outside. And then on this album right here, Start, Finish, Repeat. Both joints have a lot of great beats, but there's one beat in particular on here called It's Magic. It features CL Smooth, and it features a sample that you've probably heard before. It's a very popular sample. It's been around for a long time, and when you hear the song, you might think, oh yeah, I've heard that before. And something I love about sample-based hip-hop is that, you know, you can hear a sample 1,000 times. But then a producer comes along and uses it in a slightly different way or a drastically different way, just does something with it. And like, it's a whole, it feels new again and it feels fresh again. And you're like, oh, wow, I love it. Like, even though I've heard this sample a gazillion times, hearing it like this, it feels like I'm hearing it for the first time again. And so when I hear a sample like that I've heard a lot, and then I hear it in this new, fresh way, it inspires me to make more music. Because now I want to go find that sample, and I want to see if I can make it in a new, fresh way that sounds even better, you know, than Statik Selektah. So it inspires me to keep making music. So that's really cool. So I really like the beat on there. And both of these albums here, over half or a little bit over half, are produced by Statik Selektah. And he's a really good producer. If you haven't heard his work, he does a really good job with layering. He does like a lot of times he'll have break beats in his production, but then it's like layered with like, you know, more programmed drums or live sounding drums. And same with the samples. He'll have samples, but then he'll layer that with some instrumentation. So he does really good work, really good producer. And those are just a few beats I want to highlight on these albums. If you've heard these albums before, let me know. Curious to know what you think about these albums. And if you've heard Statik Selektah and his production in general, let me know what you think about his beats in general. And as always, let's have a conversation. All right, y'all. Peace.